Hello, good early morning here at ChattyBloggerMS. It is officially Friday here in the East Coast, April 10th, 2026. We're only 9 days away from me and Suzanne's 10-year wedding anniversary up on April 19th this year. And a week away, it's going to be our buddy Fam Toby's 21st birthday. And speaking of Fam Toby has walked in first here in the chat. Welcome, sir. 579 subscribers now. Congrats. And hey, Toby, Fam Toby. Kevin, I think you came in just like mere milliseconds after Toby popped in first. So another tie for you guys. Hey, Mikey from Kevin. And waving, hello, sir. And hey, Kevin from Toby. Yeah, it's a tie. That's what I thought too, Kevin. Oh boy. Anyway, it's so much fun watching you guys do that. But anyway, thank you so much for both being here this morning. Okay, so we are continuing, of course, like I said, we're going to be doing this 5 days a week for the next couple weeks, Monday through Friday. At any time, there's no set time for these, but it is two episodes review from season 5 of Get Smart. We're going to finish out completely, including the unofficial sixth season, which premiered on Fox TV back in 1995 and only lasted 7 episodes for their one and only season. And yeah, we're going to go through all that. And then I've got it already set up on May 10th, 2026 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be called the Get Smart 3 Movies Finale. And like I said, I'm going to have a select panel, hopefully, to help me out as we discuss all 3 films, and then we'll give our own grades on them, and that will finish everything to do with Get Smart. And then we'll wait until September or maybe early August, whichever time comes in. If I get too bored, I'll probably start in August. But like I said, between those 2 months, that's when I'll start doing the next pop culture TV series you asked me to do by an overwhelming margin in the poll we recently had. And so I'm going to do Charlie's Angels for the 5 seasons there. So, and we'll do the same thing 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 2 episodes from the wonderful series. And then after that, there will be one last live stream, again, where we'll discuss all 3 of the Charlie's Angels films that came after. So, yeah. So there you go. And Kevin's laughing too. Okay. First off, though, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Jake. He allowed me on his panel earlier this evening. So thank you, Jake, for allowing me up there for a short time. And Jake has always been a great brother. He's always helped to like and share our channel and promotes us on a lot of different platforms. So I really sincerely appreciate that, Brother Jake, for doing that for us. And right now, I believe we're now close to almost 110 subscribers. So we're doing pretty good. Yeah. As I said, they're family members extended to us, not just the subs. So yeah, we're very happy about that. Okay, so before anything else happens, let's go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, and then we'll get right back to the chat. So I appreciate all the patience you wonderful ladies and gentlemen give to us. Okay, so episode 9, as I said, we're discussing episodes 9 and 10 from season 5 today. The first one is called Physician Impossible, which I believe is making fun of the series back then in the day, Mission Impossible. It premiered on Friday, November 21st, 1969. And while visiting 99 and the twins, so she just gave birth to her twins in the hospital and wearing a doctor's gown, Max is kidnapped to work by the very prisoner who had escaped after being shot by him earlier in the day. And that's a 7.5 out of 10. So that is a C plus to a B minus. So that's cool. I gave it a B plus, or I mean a B minus. 168 people. And then the other episode 10, is the Apes of Rath, which I think kind of makes fun of the Grapes of Wrath movie. That came out Friday, November 28th, 1969, which I believe was right around Thanksgiving that year. and agents are receiving bananas and being murdered. Max receives one and is being protected by Agent Armstrong, an ape that was surgically changed to look like a human. Well, that's cool. That got a 6.7 out of 10. So, um, mid grade to a C. I think I just gave it a C plus. So one was a B minus, the other was a C plus. So that's what I gave those two episodes. Okay, let's take a look at the first one. Okay, so the director of Physician Impossible was Alan Rafkin. The writers were Lloyd Turner and Gordy Mitchell, and the stars, of course, Adams, Felden, and Pratt and Platt. And we're gonna look at let's see, Henry Corden, Big Eddie Little. I think we already mentioned him, but we'll go ahead and take a look at him again. We'll also look at Al Bain, who plays a marathon spectator, uncredited. Also in this episode, Robert Carvelis came back as Larrabee. So that's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the trivia. And again, I appreciate both of you gentlemen for being here. And one of the runners in the opening race is Bill Dana, a longtime pal of Don Adams. Nice. And the title is another Get Smart parody of Mission Impossible, that spy TV series that started the Impossible Mission Force, IMF, in 1966. My wife. So cool. Okay. No goofs or quotes, like I said, but if there were crazy credits, we would. And if there were soundtracks, we would. And of course, CBS Studio Center did all of the film work there in Studio City, Los Angeles. Okay. Now we'll take a look here at, let's see here, Henry Corden and Al Bain. Okay, Henry Corden, unfortunately, we did lose him in 2005. He was born January 6, 1920, and died May 19, 2005. And yes, he was 85 years old, and I did mention him because he took over the voice of Fred Flintstone. So yes, and he was born in Montreal, Canada, so he fellow Canadian. Yeah, actor, music department, and soundtrack. So we did talk about him. Okay. All right, so then we'll look at Al Bain. Bain. Okay, unfortunately, we did lose Al Bain in 1993. He worked as an actor, but also on additional crew. And Al Bain was born on October 5th, 1907, in Vilna, Russia, and an actor known for Hollywood Stadium Mystery in 1938 and Butch Minds the Baby in 1942. He died on April 7th, 1993, in DeLand, Florida. And in the Hollywood Stadium Mystery, he was Max as Al Bain, and Butch Minds the Baby, he was a henchman in 1942. And the last thing he worked on, the last two things he worked on, he worked on the Kojak TV series. He was uncredited as a concerned citizen in 1974. And that was from season 1, episode 10, called Cop in a Cage. And then he worked on the movie The Day of the Locusts, which is a really cool movie. I love that. Autograph Hunter, he was uncredited in 1975 for that movie. So those were the last two things he worked on. He also did work on Banachek with George Papard back in 1972 on an episode. So very cool. All right, so that was Al Bain. Alrighty. And we'll go back here, look at the next episode. All right. And as I said, this one was called The Apes of Rath. It was directed by Richard Benedict. And the writers were Lloyd Turner and Gordon Mitchell again. And the same cast of characters. Okay, on this one, we're going to look at John Barber, who plays Webster. And then we're going to look at the baseball player, Maury Wills, who used to play for the Dodgers, I think both in Brooklyn and in LA. And he plays Roberts in this. Larrabee came back, so Robert Carvelis came back. And yeah, and that's it. So we'll go ahead and take a look at those two people, John Barber and Maury Wills. But first, let's take a look at the trivia. Okay, in the opening scene on the docks, there is a ring-style life preserver hanging on the wall behind the hiding agent's trunk hideout. The name on the life preserver is SS Minnow. This is most likely an old prop from Gilligan's Island. There is a guest appearance by LA Dodgers great Maury Wills as Roberts. Wills starred for the Dodgers. Okay, he was with LA, so he joined them after they transferred from Brooklyn, New York, over to Los Angeles, California. Okay, so he starred for the Dodgers from 1959 to 1966 when he was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates for a can of corned beef hash. He was reacquired by the Dodgers in 1969 and had two excellent seasons before retiring. Current Dodgers manager Dave Roberts wears Will's old uniform number 30 in his honor. Maury passed away in fall of 2022. And of course, yes, the title is from the novel The Grapes of Wrath, written by John Steinbeck. Okay. All right, and let's see. Okay. And yes, still done at the CBS Studio Center there in Los Angeles. Okay. So we'll look at Maury Wills first, and then we'll go ahead and look at John Barber. Okay. Maury Wills was a star football quarterback and baseball pitcher for Cardozo High School in Washington, D.C., and was signed to a contract by the National League Brooklyn, later Los Angeles Dodgers, in 1950. So he did go with Brooklyn before they went to LA. I was right. He batted both right and left-handed and threw right-handed. He played for their minor league teams from 51 to 59 as a second baseman before he was called up to the parent club in 1959. He was born October 2nd, 1932, and he did pass away September 19th, 3 days before my birthday in 2002. He was, or 2022, I'm sorry. He was 89 years old. So, yeah. He played a coach in the movie The Sandlot in 1993. And like I said, he appeared in this one episode of Get Smart. Then he was in a movie called The Black Six, where he plays a character named Coach Edwards in 1973. And in Shazam, he played himself in that TV series with Jackson Boswick, which came out during the time that ISIS, the Almighty ISIS, came out with Joanna Cameron. And in Shazam, he played himself in season 3, episode 5, called Sound of a Different Drummer. So very cool. And I believe one of our previous people we used to know in this group mentioned about it when we did the ISIS Shazam hours. Okay, so he was in the TV series USA Thursday Game of the Week in 1979, and The Sandlot was the last thing he worked on in 1993 as an actor. He only was in 10 different vehicles as an actor, and the rest of the time he played baseball. So rest in peace, Mr. Wills. Okay, and now we'll look at, finally here, John Barber. And John Barber, writer, actor, producer. He was born on April 24th, 1933, right here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is a writer and actor known for the JFK assassination or unliving, the Jim Garrison tapes in 1992, American Media, and the second unaliving of John F. Kennedy in 2017, and CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, in 2000. He was nominated for 2 Primetime Emmys. He was born April 24th, 1933, so right now he is the ripe old age of 92. But if he makes it to next, or if he makes it here in 2 more weeks, he'll turn the ripe old age of 93. So basically, let's say he's 93. That'll work for me. Okay, so he wrote both of those JFK novelizations for television or for the movies, 1992 and, as I said, 2017. In the CSI series in 2010, he played a character named Bernie Nash in season 10, episode 20, called Take My Life, Please. And in Laugh-In, the Laugh-In TV series that he wrote for, this followed the original Laugh-In, and he was a writer for 5 different episodes. So in 1977, he wrote the episodes for episode or season 1, episode 2, 3, and 4, and then in 1978, 5 and 6. So he did the 5 episodes of the remodeled Laugh-In, so to speak. That also featured a young Robin Williams, so that was pretty cool. Okay, and John's recent work was John Barber's and William Shakespeare's last word on the unaliveness of JFK. That premiered in 2023, so that was his last work. Okay. There we go. So that is John Barber. He is still alive today. Very cool. And the fellow Canadian. That is so awesome. And let's see. I don't think we really talked about Irving Smith or Zeth Mary, the composer of the theme for Get Smart. So we'll do that quickly here. He did pass away in 1983 at the age of 75. Composer, music department, and soundtrack. He was born on 30th October, a day before Halloween Eve, on 1907 in Quincy, Massachusetts. He was known for the Get Smart theme that came out later on in 2008, so he did that. The Get Smart, of course, for the original series. And I'm Dickens, he's Fenster in 1962. He was married to Monica E. Rayleigh, Irene Braun, and Julia Cutter. He died on October 29th, 1983 in London, England, as I said, in the UK, age of 75. So he worked in the music department for the reboot with Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway in 2008, the Get Smart movie. He was the composer for all 138 episodes of Get Smart from 65 to 70. In the I'm Dickens, He's Fenster TV series from 1962 to 63, he worked on all 4 episodes as a composer. And in Mystery Science Theater 3000 TV series, he worked on the soundtrack from 1992 to 1993. And he worked on 3 different episodes. In season 5, episode 5, Being from Another Planet, they used him as the writer of Get Smart theme. And then season 5, episode 12, Hercules and the Captive Women, both there in 92. And then in season 6, episode 4 in 93, Secret Agent Super Dragon. And he worked on that episode for that. So, yeah. And like we said, according to IMDb, that was the last thing he worked on was the Get Smart movie reboot in 2008. So, well, they used his, it was posthumous, right? Because they used his previous theme and kept it, used it for 2008. But that was the last thing he worked on officially. Then 13 years later, he died. So, Irving Seth Mary. Okay. All right, so before we get to the chat, let's go ahead and mention the next 2 episodes for next Monday. And we're looking at Age Before Duty, which is episode 11 of season 5. And episode 12 is This Trip Necessary of season 5. So make sure all of you get a chance to check us out during the week, Monday through Friday. No set time, just doing these reviews, taking care of all the rest of this series. And then, like I said, after summer, we'll come back and we'll start the next one that you all asked for. So, and that's pretty much it for this year. Okay. All right, so let me close that out. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. So Fam Toby and Kevin's Theme Park Adventure came in tied. Fam Toby was saying he has 579 subscribers now, so he is only 21 away from 600. Let's get him there, folks. Let's do it. Remember to hit the like button today. Don't forget to share this stream, live webcam stream with everyone. Don't forget to hit the, notification bell. This thing right here. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of all future live webcams like this, live streams, and of course, any podcast that we do, which would be interviews. That's interviews on our channel, would be a podcast. So make sure you have hit that bell. All right. And hey, Toby from Kevin. Kevin said, hey, Mikey, big wave. How your family doing there, buddy? That's good. And let's see. Fam Toby says, hey, Kevin. Yep, Kevin said a tie. He's laughing out loud. Okay. Oh, okay. Kevin, thank you for updating me yesterday. Yeah, I don't do it if I know that Buff was not there. I know he was not there because Jake had told me, so that's fine. But yeah, I didn't feel like it was appropriate to go there tomorrow or yesterday. So I am kind of sorry I missed it. But let's see. Yesterday we lost Wheel of Fortune on Chrissy's live stream yesterday, and we did win Jeopardy, so it was basically a tie. Yes, it was. That's cool. At least Pie and we tried our best. Well, you guys always do your best, so that's good. But Grump got robbed twice yesterday on Wheel of Fortune. I'll bet he did. Oh, hey, Sarah. My flock. Oh. Hi, Mike. Hey, Sarah, give me a minute. Let me go ahead and add you. I've seen you here before, so let me go ahead and add you a standard mod. Okay, there you go, Sarah. Thank you for popping in, hun. Just go ahead and say something, okay? So now you're a standard mod for ChattyBloggerMS channel as well. Thank you, Sarah. And howdy. Hey, there you are, Sir Lemon. Welcome, brother. Welcome. Glad to see you. Yeah, I'm just snacking on leftover Easter Cadbury mini eggs. Yes, I know. Got my type 2 diabetes, I know, but these are just last minute stuff. Yeah. I get hungry. It's a snack. It's no big deal. Yeah. Yeah, Lemon just came in. Don't know if you had already said why you don't go there anymore. I did. But if you don't want to discuss it, it's cool. I don't want to deal with Buff anymore. Buff, who is sick, whatever his name is. Shane is his real name. He just made me feel very uncomfortable, said something very disturbing, and that's it. And I don't want to even kick me out of a panel. That rarely happens unless I'm being a real dick. And I wasn't. So, you know. And Kevin says, hey, Lemon Pie. Welcome. Thank you, Kevin. At BBB's? No. No, sir. It wasn't. It wasn't at BBB's. It was a separate. Entirely separate live stream. Bob said I was invited to any of his live streams at any time, but we really got into it. It was a bad exchange. And so he automatically banned me from there. This was something entirely different. Callie was there, Grumple was there, somebody else, I forget who was there. But they all made me feel this small. So I got out of there. And then I blocked them all the way across the board. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't at BBB's or Lemon. No. Some other different kind of stream that I wish I had not done now. That I wish I hadn't been there for that. Okay. But it makes you not want to go. Right, but makes you not want to go to there. Okay, got you. Thank you, Lemon, for understanding, my friend. Lemon says hello to Kevin. Yeah, we've got 5 likes and 4 people watching. Very cool. And Sarah, you're now a standard moderator. So if you're still here, hon, just say hello, and we'll make sure that your standard mod took. So thank you. And Sarah, if you are here, we do have the last live stream before summer set up for you. And like I said, hopefully I can possibly get a chance to join us. Also, my friend Larry, from Years of Adventures. I also want to try to get my friend's Jim's Landscape, I believe. And I want to try to get at least Crazy Horse from Crazy Horse and Alice. Yeah. So it would be Larry, Crazy, Jim, Chance, and Sarah. Yeah, to talk about the Get Smart films. The one from 80, the one from 89, which was a TV movie, and the reboot in 2008. So, yeah, cool. And that's going to be set, Sarah, for 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern. That's on a Sunday, May 10th. Yeah, May 10th, next month. Yeah, so cool. Okay, so we are done for this first week, and we just have a couple more weeks left to finish out the series. So yeah, we got 10 episodes done, and there's 23 more left total. I said, including the series 6 unofficially from 1995, and like I said, then we'll get to the films and we'll talk about them. I'll see if I can find them online so I can watch them again, get a chance to go over them and everything. Yeah, so that should be fun. Okay. Well, as for tomorrow, or I should say later today, the Artemis 2 is going to be splashing down. I don't know which ocean it's going to be in. It could be in the Pacific because that's usually where they go, but it might go in the Atlantic too. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. There is a live stream that our friends Crazy Horse and Alice of the Hole, his wife, are going to be doing tomorrow. A live stream, live broadcast watching the actual Artemis 2 splash down, hopefully without any problems on the way. So, yeah, we'll all be watching that tomorrow. Um, let's see what else is going on. Okay, so like I said, we'll start with season 5, episodes 11 and 12 next Monday. And then next week, I'm not going to be joining other people's streams, so I think Suzanne and I are going to be going through this apartment one last time from top to bottom, get rid of some stuff, try to box up everything, put it in one place in a safe spot so we don't have to worry about anything else. And so that's next week. And then hopefully we'll know more news about her knee, her right knee. So, yeah, at this point, I don't want to say much more about it until we know for sure what's going to happen. All we know is that she's going to have to get another x ray or MRI done of it. So, that's all I know at this point. Also, like I said, a week from today, Fam Toby does turn 21. So, if you all want to get in your pre birthday recognition to Mr. Toby, Brother Toby, please do. A week from today. And then on the 19th of April, we do have our 10-year wedding anniversary. There probably will be a short live webcam on that. Not a live stream, but just a webcam, as I recognize both me and Suzanne for being married together for 10 years officially. 11, if you include the small marriage, small wedding she did for me and her and a witness over in Niagara Falls in 2015. And that comes up on June 23rd of this year, is the 11-year anniversary for that. And then, like I said, as of March 1st of this year, we did celebrate our 20 or 16 years together as a couple when we first saw each other online back on March 1st, 2010. So we had already celebrated that. So we're very happy. We're a very happy couple. We have 2 wonderful cats, Moonpie and Deja Vu, we've had since we moved back here permanently. So we're very happy about that. So, alrighty. Well, we got 6 people here and that have hit the like. We got 1 person still here, so that's good. And we'll finish up here in a couple minutes. But again, I want to congratulate Sarah, MyFlock000, at MyFlock000 for coming in and making her a standard mod. So we appreciate you coming in there, Sarah. And Lemon says, me, I'm here. I know, Sir Lemon. You are the man. You are the one that is still hanging 10 with us. We appreciate that, brother. Yeah, you and Akeem were our first two. Remember that. You always will be remembered for helping our channel start from the streaming stage, basically start from its infancy and progress all the way to where we are now. So very helpful indeed. You, like I said, you, Hakeem, Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube, who are all managing mods, our first three that we established. Yeah, all three of you have done wonderful jobs and helped us out. So we do appreciate you. We really do. Okay, well, I guess that's going to do it for me. And just want to mention again that my wife always says, leave everything in God's hands. It's a great piece of advice. My wonderful brother Larry of Beers of Adventures, who always says, always be yourself. Um, there is that great man, Gene Siskel of Siskel and Ebert, who always said, and now the aisle's closed. And I want to thank Brother Jim Landscape and Brother Matt Arnold for giving us the meme of saying, remember, you never know where you'll hear or see us next. So remember to ring that dang bell. There you go. And of course, as I always say, together strong all year long. That's mine, with fist interlocked. And if we stay strong, we continue to progress and we continue to succeed where others will fail. So there you go. Okay, so I want to thank Sir Lemon Pie for coming in. I want to thank Kevin's Theme Park for dropping by. I want to thank Sarah, my flock 000 for coming in. Thank you, Sarah. And again, for becoming a standard mod. Added to our wonderful growing family. And I want to thank Fam Toby for popping in. So thank you, Fam. Thank you so much. And don't worry, you're going to have fun when you turn 21. Don't worry about that. Just think about it for a week, okay? Think about what you want to do, Think about how much fun you want to have. Okay. And as we always say, too, one last thing, peace from all of us here at ChattyBloggerMS. And let's see. Well, thank you all, guys, for coming. Thank you so much for popping in this morning. It was a quick one, I know. And, check me out this weekend. I might appear on Chance Bartel's Nostalgic Pod Blast, which usually happens after 5:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays, usually every 2 weeks, but I think he might be doing something this week. And if he is, it will probably cover the ABC television network, which is run by the evil mouse over at Disney. But before that happened, there was plenty of good shows and stuff. Charlie's Angels to one, which I can think of, boom, like that. Then, of course, like I said, they had that TV movie of Get Smart called Get Smart, Again, which came out in 1989, and that was on ABC. It was a TV movie, so that was very cool too, and a lot of other great shows as well. I'll have to look them up if Chance is doing a show for this on this weekend. Okay. Don't forget, just want to give a shout out to Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Don't forget he does a Silverback Lounge on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I believe. Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, right. And then he also does his Waltons, I believe, on Friday nights. And of course, don't forget his Cooking with Gorilla. He has a Cooking with Gorilla show. Actually, pretty good. I'm subscribed to both of his channels. So his Random Thoughts and Cooking with Gorilla. So he does a great job there. And Fam Toby says, "Hey, Lemon." Well, I'm glad you're still here, Toby. I'm glad that you're still with us. All right, well, so we got 6 likes. Thank you so much. And 2 people still watching our show. All right, everybody. Well, take care of yourselves. Have a good weekend. Please enjoy yourselves. Don't hurt yourselves and be safe. And we'll see you next time on Chatty Blogger MS, which of course stands for Mikey Sue's. So God bless you all. Have fun. Take care. The joy of cooking gorilla. Yes. And Toby says, bye, everyone. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Thank you, Toby. Yes, that's important. And be careful. There's a few storms this weekend, too. All right. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. See you next Monday. And good night to you, Lemon. Thank you.